not be judged. If you see the way we act towards people, the way we are critical of others, the way we talk about people, the way we look down on people, the way we handle people, despise people, it's only because we are guilty of the same thing. And not just that, but it's because we lack knowledge and understanding of why we are who we are. When you see some wives, madam, treat their house girls and boys, drivers, talk to them anyhow, basa, 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 basa. That woman had forgotten that once upon a time you were a single lady crying and praying, God, give me a husband. God, now you have a husband, and you are using that position to talk people down and to treat people like they are not human beings. And you, Mr. CEO, you were nothing. Today you become something, and you talk to people anyway. You know, the other time I was at the airport, and I saw an old friend of mine that I used to be at the airport with. We used to do Goro together. You don't understand Goro. We weren't born at that time. Anyway, and the guy walked towards me, and he was tattered, you know, he was literally smelling. And some of the security guy was trying to stop him from coming. I said, no, leave him. Let him come. And when he came, we talked. I gave him some money. Then I told the guys, I said, you know something? Don't do that. And I said, you see this guy? It could have been me. I said, it could have been me. And I said, the only reason why it's not me, because the big man there showed me mercy. That's it. That's the only reason why he looked the way he looks, and I look different, and I'm smelling different. So you got to be careful when you have power. And I'll show you as we go along. One person who handled power, wealth, money, influence differently was Joseph. And I studied him carefully, and I said, I now understand why he had more favor than all his siblings, because he had a different attitude. And Nelson Mandela is one that all the leaders of Africa must learn from, who suffered for 27 years, hardship, reduced to nothing, stripped of honor, and made as an animal, had no regard and respect for. They left him to die in prison. Came out with such power and favor, and yet said, this is my coat, not his coat. Yet decided to be kind than to be right. He decided that there was no need to go after apartheid. Let's live together. Let's build South Africa. Let's make a difference in our generation. And rule for one term and step down from office and say, let another take it. Let me stay behind and have influence and guide future leaders. What a man. What a man. You know, one time he was in prison, and he was told to go home and spend time with his family. And he said, no, I'm not going home. He said, don't send me home, because if my freedom does not set free the people for which I have suffered for 27 years, and I'm going to go home and be with my children and my grandchildren, and my people will still stay and remain in bondage, then I don't want the freedom, because it is not about me anymore. It's about a people for which I have suffered for 27 years. Unless you live for a cause and a reason better, greater than yourself, you are selfish and you never amount to anything. And it doesn't matter how much money you make and how much influence you command, your end will never be right. Study the Bible and study history. And that's why I'm teaching on this. Your end will never be right. I've watched it over and over and over again. You and I cannot change history. You got to live for a cause greater than yourself. And the reason why we still quote Nelson Mandela was because he was a man who did not live a selfish life. He was a man that lived for a cause that was greater than himself. He had value for humanity. What are you living for? Why do you want to be great? Why do you want success? If you want it for yourself, seek it not. Go ahead, see something.